So this, as you saw, was a pretty quick tune, but you don't have to play it that fast. You know, it sounds fine. It sounds fine just like that. Sometimes I play this one a little quicker, but I think Hurt plays it slightly slower. But he kind of moves on this one. So let's take a look at this chord shape that he's using. He's using basically this shape here, which we're going to explore a lot later on. But in that very first measure, he slides very quickly, like this. And what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the 5th string and the 2nd string at the same time, but I'm at the 1st fret. And I'm going to slide up. Not that, but like almost you're compressing 2 notes into one. And going alternating between the 5th and the 4th string and keeping my pinky out here on the A note. So that's the move. Once you come up, get your pinky and keeping that alternating bass going. And he does that 4 times over and over again. So if you got that first measure, you have the other 3. And you know, I'm using my first finger on that 2nd string and my middle finger on the 1st, but as I always say, you can use whatever fingers work for you. Now he goes up to the D, and this little D shape that he's playing is interesting because it's really part of this chord. A D chord like that. If I was to move back like this, you could see an A chord shape, and then I just sort of B flat, move it up. And he's not playing the whole D chord, he's just playing this. This is how we like to play the D chord up in here. And it starts out like that. So he gets this. And sometimes, you know, he'll put in that open 1st string. But the way that I have it written out is pretty much what he did in his verse. He would start out sliding from down here somewhere. I just put it as the 5th fret, but again, you're compressing the notes and then putting down your 1st finger. So you get just getting that 1st string. You keep repeating that. And then back to your A. So you know, it's just kind of interesting how he does this in the intro. So in the intro, it's just goes back between the A and the D, and then finally when he goes into his E chord, that's the only time he's breaking away from from just a simple little chord like this. He goes into his E chord like this, and that line would sound like this. So we're really going back and forth between the 6th and 4th string at this point. And then getting in that open 2nd string. And then the E. And then back to the A. So that's how he plays his intro. And I think we'll leave it there, and then in the next movie we're going to talk about how he plays his verse.